We all know the recent controversy of the Green Brigade and Celtic, but John Hartson has come out and said he hopes that Celtic and the Green Brigade haven't been singled out. Welcome back to Fog Football. What the hell does he actually mean by that? He fears that Celtic have been singled out. John, Celtic themselves banned the Green Brigade. How in the name of Christ has the club been singled out? The club banned the Green Brigade. John! Big Match John. Big Match John is on the gear. That is the only explanation for this, man. Maybe I got into Big John's gear. But anyway, I mean, seriously, like, what are we honestly talking about? I'm sorry, this just doesn't make any sense. How can he say about a fear of possibility that Celtic have been singled out by this, when Celtic are in fact the team that have banned their own supporters, right? Now, maybe I think he is addressing though the Green Brigade and like why have they been singled out. Now, he is, or maybe he could be talking about the recent enlightenment of Celtic being fined. Of course, that was from UEFA. I mean, it totaled about 25,000. But to me, he's talking about he's defending the Green Brigade and the club. But let's be real, right? If he's defending the club and the Green Brigade for being singled out by UEFA, even though loads of teams have been issued fines across the years, it's not just Celtic, right? Whether it be for banners, displays, flares, crowd behaviour, whatever, right? But if he's singling out those two, if he says they're being singled out, well then what about Celtic banning their own fans? Like, UEFA's just issued a fine. Celtic have outright banned their fucking fans for the stadium, John. It's honestly, it's just the Celtic mentality of always the victim. You know, that is it. Always cheat it, never defeat it. And John Hartson, it's been embedded in him, and he's just spouting pish, man. I'm sorry, I just genuinely do not get this for the life of me. Honestly, John Hartson, son, what are you playing at? What are you doing? This is like just ridiculous claims here that Celtic are being singled out. They have not been singled out, man. Why? How have they been singled out? In what way have Celtic been singled out? I need to know. The people need to know. They need to know. It's just not going to happen. To say the least, it's an absolute catastrophe, dude. It's an absolute joke that John Hartson's coming out with this shite. Is it to be expected? Yes, of course it's to be expected. That's just the way the cookie crumbles around here, to say the least. John Hartson coming out and saying this, just a ridiculous claim. This is the guy who, during the Celtic Lazio, was it Celtic Lazio game? It was one of the Champions League games. I definitely think he's like, it does hit the hand there. Aye, John, because that means it's not allowed, son. So, what are you playing at? What are you playing at, John A. Boy? You absolute moonbeam, you weapon, son. But that is where we're going to leave this video, guys. John Hartson talking absolute mince, as he always is, like singling out who. I just do not get these sort of things that he comes out with. Let's be real, right? Boyd gets so much hate for like everybody that's not really a Rangers supporter, and even some Rangers supporter get. But I think Boyd as a pundit is good. I think John Hartson spouts the biggest a load of shite that I've ever seen in my puff. And this is another example of it, man. The guy is lost. Don't know what he's talking about here. But Celtic have been singled out, even though they singled themselves out. Alright, John, reel it in. Reel it in.